Yeah, and we are live right now.
Good.
So,
Mm.
hello
Hi.
everyone.
Welcome to
Happy New
DevKami.
Year.
Yeah, I'm
Happy Hot
not.
Chai.
Yeah, sorry for the my laptop is connected to external monitor, so the webcam is actually here.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, it's fine.
No
Uh,
problem. So
So,
happy New Year,
Happy
anyone,
New Year, everyone.
everyone.
yeah. Oh, happy New Year.
Yeah,
So hope everybody had a good time
yeah,
and all that. So New Year, new start, eh?
yeah.
So we're going to start with talking the first event that we're going to have uh for the next for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to have I lost the tab. Goodness gracious. All right.
Uh,
So
was
we're
it
going to have a rest meetup. Yep.
Rust Meetup on Wednesday
On Wednesday
at
next week.
Taxiri office, which is next to the Subang Jaya LRT station.
Yep. Then after
Then we're actually not following the sequence because the the patch class for Python is actually pretty far. It's on 23rd and
yep,
24th of January.
yep, toward the end of the
Yep.
month. Then if you
And
happen to be in Penang, you should join the Ruby and Ruby Tuesday
JavaScript.
and JavaScript meetup.
Yep. On Tuesday at Cat Penang.
Yep. So I think the startup people in Penang would actually know where is CAT. It's very well known place.
Have you been there before?
I was in there before. For I was there for two reasons. I was two time. One is for Maker Fair Penang. They held it beside there, so but we can go in. Then I managed to just had a walk around Penang in one of the 2 months I was in Penang. It's actually very near to the ferry terminal. So interesting place.
Yeah.
So then finally we had a blog Chinese focused blog community event
Yeah. And
on
it's actually
Saturday.
the blogger event, blogger community of Malaysia, Chinese blogger of community of Malaysia.
Yep.
They're trying to come up with the regular meetup, hopefully monthly meetup about knowledge sharing, not necessarily about blogging because it's an existing community. So it's very good for effort from them.
Mhm.
They are trying to uh, make everybody used to this meetup format
Mm.
outside of tech, which is happening this Saturday
Oh,
at Puchong. So and Axel,
uh, oh
yeah,
yeah, that will be the indie hack session at Card Office. It's at TTDI
Okay.
near the TTDI MRT.
yeah.
What's the
And
name of the place? Do
is
you
it
know that?
around the Dex Academy?
Yeah, should be there. Wait, I think it's
Work.
Menara
Oh,
something.
glo-
Wait,
Manila
it's at
Glow.
Beta.
Oh,
Sorry,
oh,
hello.
oh,
Oh, Beta Code.
Yeah, it's at Beta Code
I never
Office.
been there before.
I've never
Yeah,
been there before, but I
uh,
know he's
Yeah.
I never been there too. So
so
So let's
cool.
go there and busy body a bit.
Yep.
So yep.
But
yeah,
is there event page for it? No.
yeah, I haven't created an event page for it yet.
Oh,
Okay.
apparently Tristan is a advisor for Beta Code.
Wait, what?
Tristan is the advisor for Beta Code.
Oh,
Oh, that's new to me.
Yeah, on the web page.
Oh,
So
interesting.
interesting.
So,
Yeah.
what's our topic of the day?
We'll be talking about New Year resolution, the stuff that we tried to do last year, and what sort of stuff that we failed to do last year, and what sort of stuff we
Okay.
hope we can achieve this year.
Okay, for one, I didn't manage to get 4K last year. I didn't get my 4K
Yeah, that is
resolution
like
this
every
year.
year, right?
listen,
That's the most cliche thing about when you
yeah,
ask
Yeah.
someone
but
about.
but I have if I have two K monitor, does it make it 4K?
No, it doesn't work that way.
Unfortunately. But so what you guys tried last year? That's an interesting thing.
Hmm.
Other than DevKami, that don't count.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I
Last.
I let you guys finish first because I think there's quite a few stuff on my side. So
Okay.
Oh,
guys go
okay.
first.
So last year I
Mm.
managed to learn some deep learning thing. I try. It's interesting. I don't have a proper application for it. So I mean, as far as concerned, it detects cats and dog, and that's good enough for me. Uh, it's a learning thing. Then I just switched job. So financially, I try to be a little more stable this year. Doesn't mean just so that I can get more toys, but that's another story altogether.
Mm.
But this year, the type of toys I have is interesting. So I have a few MicroPython devices. So those are microcontrollers that have a version of Python running on it. And one of them is actually have, and that actually is a camera which allows you to run some deep learning models, small scale one, designed for embedded network. So that's on MicroPython. So that's happened. That this what we have soon. That's related to what I do last year. Then what else? Last year I promised to restart the Python community. Didn't happen. I need to redo it this year. The Python community is active on Facebook, but I kind of we just don't have physical event. Then we have not that much. Then I try to finish these two books. So it's a bit hacker centric. So this so
Mastermind
this
of
is
programming.
so this is actually about interview to the creator of programming languages. So it covers like APL. So that is a very weird language. Then they also have interviews with the standard language like BASIC, SQL, Objective C, C++,
Oh.
Python, Java, and all that. But they also had the not so well known one like ML.
Oh.
That's Orc. Then Haskell. Haskell is mainstream by comparison. So yeah, this is an interesting book. Then my second book here is actually Hacker's Delight. So this book is a lot of programming trick, but practically I don't think it's useful. But it's probably it had a lot. From what I see, it had a lot of interesting optimization trick. The author actually, so I just read from the bio. The author actually involved in Mac, not the Mac operating system, not the Apple operating system. Project Mac is actually the first multi-user computer they developed in the 60s.
Mm.
So this author actually involved in it. The Mac operating system in the 60s, Project Mac is actually some consider it the precursor of the Unix operating system. So either way, this person involved program for a very long time. So what interesting to me is he had a lot of interesting trick that we kind of forget nowadays. So I'm looking forward to this. I don't think I can finish this book, at least not deeply, but I think this should be interesting. And it is a two thing I have for now. So what's your plan for last year?
Me?
Yeah.
My plan for last year is to write and publish a book.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was aiming for like maybe 10 copies.
How much you get?
So like in the end, I sold like 36 copy.
Hey.
Yeah,
Oh, this is like
yeah,
300%, 200% more.
yeah. So I earned like 1K USD profit lah. So it's like around 4K ringgit from that book.
Nice. By comparison, I have zero, so okay. Yay.
Yeah. So it's like 1 year 4K is okay. It's a good like pocket money. So I intend to like repeat that this year. So the goal for this year would be another book, like maybe twice the profit.
Cool.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting. So, Chilian, what you have?
I actually started recording for Engineers My recording meetups starting 2018. I think around March. So yeah, I think I did at least once a month. And there's actually quite a few person that involved in recording as well. Like sometimes when I'm not around, Han is recording for me.
Yeah.
Jimmy is recording Ruby, and Kui is actually recording. I think some of the meetups that he involved in Penang. So
Yeah.
And yeah, we started DevKami also, just as
Yes.
a hopefully that since we like to talk sing song
Yeah.
usually as well, so might as well like share some of our ideas to the public or as an archive.
Yeah.
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 Yep.
Those things we like to
My
talk about.
regrets for 2018 is that I didn't code as much. I mean, in terms of community stuff, and
Mhm.
there's not much of workshop.
Yeah.
Didn't do the much workshop, and also the most important one is I basically neglected the makan thing that we have.
Yes.
So hopefully that for 2019 we'll have more makan trip. Now that going around in public transport is so much cheaper in a way.
Yeah. So it's
Yeah.
like if you rely on LRT, you can get like 100 ringgit a month.
Yeah.
But you have to. But think about it. If you rely on the train, back and forth plus taxi and all that, so that can easily up to 20 ringgit total.
Yeah, depends on your usage because my minimum cost for going back one way trip to office is 7 ringgit.
Uh-huh.
So back
Wow.
and forth a day is at least 14. So if I stop
Wow.
around, it'll be easily exceeding 20 a day.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
So for
it's
me, that's a great deal, and that will probably encourage me to do more of this marketing around the LRT link. There.
yeah. So my main thing is I didn't do as much hacking like last year. Actually, at least I don't feel like it. But I discovered Project Euler, HackerRank, and few programming competition. So yeah, I didn't do as much as I need, but I involved a few. That's interesting.
Yeah, let's talk about the plan for this year. Like, what
So this year,
beside 4K or 8K, before you guys mention it.
Resolution. Yeah, that's not the resolution.
Not your monitor resolution. Yep.
yeah,
Just casually talk about like what sort of stuff we want to achieve for 2019. So
I don't have a strong plan.
yeah,
So you see, I and a lot of thing is I don't have. I might things that I might look into. I might look into. I might look into Julia, the programming language.
Oh, the
but it's one index, so so
Huh?
it's a one index which
Yeah.
the index start with one instead of zero. So
Well, put it this way, I used to
oh,
program in COBOL, so that is not the worst thing on the planet.
wow, you did Kobo.
Yes.
Wow,
yeah,
my
we might
respect
need
for you. Just
we might need swimming to come up with a special COBOL session.
wow,
Nah, it's a long time ago, and I only last the company for 6 months.
Yeah,
wow.
since swimming is the only COBOL person that we know.
Yeah,
So
it's
he's
So
basically the COBOL master amongst
yeah,
us.
yeah.
so then so I got I'm seriously consider getting a few toys. I mean, these actual toys. A few micro Python kit. So just for the fun of it, I need to finish my robot that I've been saying for the last few years. So I need to start be serious about it. Last year I have a censorship box, Pi-hole running. This year I need to get it running. I need to hang it somewhere nice. So it's currently hanging somewhere on my desk. Because I clean up the desk, so I plug it in powerful. I didn't plug it back in.
Axel, do you know what Pi-hole is?
No,
Pi-hole.
is it? I know the pie thing, but
A Pi-hole is actually I'm gonna share it in the chat as well.
it's
Pi-
what's the?
You're
Sorry,
reading?
continue. Yeah,
Are you
I'm
reading from the internet?
I'm reading it. It's like a hardware-based head block.
No, it's not hardware based.
It's not hardware based.
It's software based, but it's optimized to run on small computer. So
Basically, it's a DNS server. It's a DNS admin server, so it's being redundant there. It's a DNS service that runs on your Raspberry Pi, not necessarily Raspberry Pi, but any computer that you have.
yeah,
So and there's a mode that you can actually set it to run as a DSCP host, so that whenever somebody connects to your internet, they will be using your Pi-hole as the DNS. So whichever they want to query something on the internet, they have to go through your Pi-hole. So, and of course, there's a whitelist and and blacklist feature on Pi-hole that will block up things you don't want it to be.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But that is a project I do like since last year, so for a while. So I keep happening that over and over. But this time I go and add a screen. I already had a screen, so I need to build a dashboard to show status. So then Julia, this I don't have much, just mostly continue things from last year. I need to finish my really implement my deep learning thing. I'm considering to learn chatbot just so, but it's a buzz mostly, but it's just interesting. It's interesting.
So what's your plan, Axel? Planning to come up with 3 books?
No, just one book. Maybe another Mac OS app. Maybe just the
Cool.
the Mac OS app is for testing push notification.
Oh, okay.
It's like when you have iOS and Android app, like sometimes you want to test if the push notification works or not.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw like a lot of people complaining about it. So I think maybe this is a problem that developers are willing to pay for.
Maybe, but those things are hard. I mean, it's a tester is always nice, but push notification is always hard and never 100% reliable.
Yeah, so you just like test if your implementation is correct, or like if you want to send image to push notification.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's interesting to do. I never realized how bad it is. But I mean, I used to do it for some company that they do it on RabbitMQ. It's not a notification service, but the concept is the same. So they notify a daemon to do things.
Oh yeah, that's the internal. I mean, like the mobile apps one.
No. It's an internal Unix servers. That is a bit old school. It's a very but the concept is the same. Most notification service have some message queue involved, but at the end it's actually things like it can be things like WebSocket or a push, HTTP push, and all that, so that you can get the event. Interesting stuff. It's really interesting, but it's very tricky to get right.
Yeah.
So, especially you use third-party services, then it's like it's a Hail Mary situation.
Yes.
So yeah, I think it's worth doing. That's very cool.
Yeah.
So that's your thing right now.
Yeah.
Notice that most of us like try to do very small event. I mean, try to very small goal.
Oh yeah, I just try to keep it small. Like if it's like previously when I was just starting programming, like I had big goals, like make like some great fancy app. Then in the end, I got so overwhelmed. Like, oh shit, there's so much thing I still don't know and I still need to learn. Then in the end, I just gave up because of the sheer knowledge that I didn't have and like the big requirements.
But it depends on what you want to do, though, because sometimes you'll be shocked that quite a number of people in IT only focus on one thing. So there's like Windows developer. They used to have that. I'm not sure what happened there. So Chilian, what's your plan for this year?
I plan to read more books, supposedly. I actually had set a goal to read 20 last year, but I only achieved 15.
Yeah. Wow, that's pretty good.
But I didn't read the improvement. I mean, on my part, is I didn't read a single technical book last year.
Okay.
Not considered. I mean, technical, but they are not related to the IT
computing.
field.
Yeah,
not related to computing. A lot more statistics.
Yeah,
and a bit of fantasy kind of novel.
That's really interesting.
I plan to probably achieve 30, hopefully.
Okay. So I overshot. I didn't overshot. I promised 60. I only read 45.
Wow.
So a lot. Yeah.
Actually, I was on this listening to this minimalist podcast this morning.
Yep.
About habits, and they talk about a book called Atomic Habits. which in a way resonates to a bit similar to what Axel is mentioning just now.
Yep.
In order to train yourself to form a habit, you actually need to start small.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah.
small, like 2 minutes a day, something like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
So check the book out also if you're at it.
So which is why I've been have some stupid trick. I really need to reduce my social media time. So for example, two of the simple thing I do right now, which is not on my list, I put like my podcast and Duolingo on my home screen, so that that's the first thing I see. And talk about changing habit. I try to put stuff more ebooks on this guy, so that every time I try to go to social network, I try to go through books first. So Amazon, then Moon Reader. So the point is try to reduce social media. That's another thing I try to get rid of. Not get rid of. Social media is useful, but
it's
so I read this book called Attention Merchant. It scares me that how people try to use media for attention. I mean, it's useful as utility, but you need to be very careful how to use it. So let me show you the book. Wait, give me a while. It's at the back.
Yeah, I'm gonna share a book as well. It's actually my major regret of 2018.
This one.
Oh, attention to wait, I grab.
Yeah. So Attention Merchant, very interesting book, because it kind of remind me that my habit of using social media.
Yeah.
Then the other book is actually Hook, which on the other corner. So a lot of people like it because what they teach. I find it scary. It's not 100% guide on how to make a habit forming app, but what the advocate scares me. But some people think it's good, so okay, whatever. But so either way, this is the two book that scares me, which is why I try to start small step to reduce my social media time. Because me and my big mouth started DevKami, so I can't.
No, it's just do it once a week. It's not even hard.
So we need to. I still need to keep my social media account.
DevKami actually initially started jokingly, but it's actually semi-true. Started as a swimming show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then he decided like to be a bit humble. So you'll become like swimming and fellows.
Yeah. So this we're going to do a few interview. I kind of promised that. So I have a few guys that I need to ask. I need to schedule them. Because our circle is very interesting. Not whether they come for interview is another story altogether. So from our circle in PyCon Malaysia, then to that we have a board game designer. We had some people that works on AI, some people that knows Unix for some time. So we got a very interesting circle. I think we should do more interview next year.
Yeah.
What the hell? I'm thinking next year. This year.
Your mind, your mind is still stuck on 2018.
Stop writing your year as 2018 as well.
Yeah.
Yes. I know my unit test actually failed because of that. So we should do more interview. Because I think quite a number of people like our interviews. So I just don't know who yet, but we figure out.
Let's interview Axel more.
Yeah.
While we edit, he'll be like
everyone else.
Yeah.
Anytime soon. Swimming will interview you anytime soon.
Anytime, anywhere you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. That sounds fun.
Yeah, this sounds interesting.
So any stuff that you regretted for last year, Axel?
Yeah, I sort of like just put my hobby away. Like I used to draw and play the piano.
Oh.
And then I just like focus solely on my blog and the book and apps. So like most of my leisure time is still on the computer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a bit kind of regret. So but it's a trade-off. a sacrifice to make.
Hopefully, you have more time to do it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and we would like you to perform on the show as well.
Wow, that's kind of stressful, but
Yep. Yep. It's actually a long time regret for me. Is I always wanted to learn music,
ah,
but the only music instrument that I can play is an ocarina.
oh, what's the ocarina? It's
Ocarina, you know,
It's
the
a flute
flute-like
thing.
thing, which
oh,
is very easy.
ah,
Yeah. Made famous by Zelda, the game.
oh.
Yeah. That thing, yeah. It's a no-brainer. Yeah.
Still requires some practice.
Yeah. So, but I think at least among us, I think most of us didn't worry too much about all the big things happening outside the tech community.
Yeah, in a way,
Like,
we are pretty lucky.
yeah. So I think it's interesting that none of us worry about things like the MDEC thing and all that. It's good.
What happens to end that? Oh shit, I'm out of the loop.
Or they just had a new CEO and that's about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We are hackers. We don't really care. We just do our own thing.
Yeah. Mm.
So yeah. So what's your regret? Oh, you already said makan session.
Yeah, Makan, and also this, I want to share this. Since it's my first time to share the books, I try to learn Latin.
Cool.
2018. I actually started at around 2017 with Lingua Latina. Lingua Latina is actually a book that contains only Latin words, and you learn naturally by the repeating, and you understand the grammar from reading Latin by itself. But the problem with that is once you get into the middle, you are pretty much a bit lost, and
Yep.
it's a monkey see, monkey do kind of a book. So this is a Latin is actually a pretty good book where it's actually cover all the really nice basic of Latin. So yeah, but I only like spent around 1 month with it, then I stopped. Yeah.
My language thing. I wonder if I can see it. Screen is horrible.
Wow, you
Duolingo.
did so much, man.
Yeah.
Oh.
The Spanish is easy. I just want to watch.
Oh.
I just want to watch Narcos without subtitle. Then Japanese is for anime.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Then the Korean language on Duolingo is I can't catch up. Korean on Duolingo. That one is just for K-drama.
What?
Oh, what? You watch K-drama? Wow.
I actually watch K-drama.
You're actually taking all this hobby, pastime pretty seriously. Like, if I'm gonna watch this movie in this language, I'm gonna learn the language.
Yeah.
Wow.
Except
screw the subtitles, man.
Except for French,
so
I don't have
dedicated.
French movie. So the only thing is I don't have French movie for me to practice on. And I'm learning French.
Okay, you can try go to French restaurant or something.
Nah. Actually, there's this called there's a documentary on tanks, and this is the closest one. Netflix had a documentary on tanks. It's in French. They're also in English, but I just so. So since you talk about language, I have multiple goals, nothing concrete, and I think that's a good thing. And I try not to predict too much either. So as a result, everything's a surprise. It's good. So this I prefer to be a little bit toned down, slow down a little.
I think I'm not sure if you know about this movie. Just since you mentioned French, one of the a movie that very much in my impression is about Life is Beautiful. Yeah, I think that's the only French movie that I know.
Yeah, then there's another one called Chocolat, but Chocolat is French in English, but it's set in Belgium, France. Yeah.
Yeah, if they speak French anyway.
Yeah, so that's interesting.
Oh, it actually doesn't speak. Oh, it's actually an Italian movie. Okay, I suck. It's not even French.
So yeah, it's surprisingly there's not a lot. I mean, there is Chef Table France. I wonder that is in French. I didn't watch that yet, so maybe I'll look into that. So yeah, and I also get a camera. So I do a lot of things. Try to avoid computers.
Yeah, that's a good goal. Yeah.
Yeah. I just
Assuming it's known to accumulate toys.
Oh, how many toys have you collected?
I actually had a robot that
Wow.
which I dismantled.
So he almost deleted his social media account because since he had got his robot as his friend, he doesn't need any real person friend anymore.
Wow, man, the AI apocalypse is near, man.
Yeah.
Better than real friends, man.
But I
Yeah,
think
man.
this year, hopefully, I can do more hacking. I hope.
Mm.
I want to get a Tello. Tello is fun.
What's Tello?
Yeah.
It's a quadcopter, but it's interesting because it's not DJI. DJI got it from Rise Robotic, and they built a quadcopter with SDK on it.
So you can like actually program it.
Talk about quadcopters. Post Malaysia, along with MCMC, is trying to come up with a drone contest.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what they are trying to do there, but it's actually at least it's an effort from them. So
yeah, because this year among the industry watchdog, a lot of people are interested in 4IR. I really hate that term. Like they are like cloud big data and shit, and this is like the tech version of Blue Ocean strategy.
yeah,
like
let's break it down. This machine learning blockchain.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
Basically all the buzzword under the sun.
No, actually, I don't hate machine learning because it's machine that is learning. So I'm okay with that. Blockchain, maybe, but I just don't like the people that hype it. It's crashing. Serve them right.
Actually, it's fine. It's you just gradually all the unnecessary attention will be going away.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be a good thing.
That's an interest because underneath it is interesting technology with interesting goal.
Yeah.
So as long you don't do, as long as the answer is a pump and dump scheme, that's good. So either way, outside our circle, even at the level, even our tech circle, there is like 4IR or that, but so there's more. I expect more hackathon around this thing. So there'll be like machine learning, drone. Drone is one of those things.
Something I would like for hackathon, if they are going to have this, I will definitely participate. Is hackathon that focus on fun. Like something to develop something fun, like or just plain silly. Like the context for the silliest application for these certain things.
But I don't
join it.
I don't think the post Malaysia one is a silly hackathon, but yes, we need a silly hackathon.
Singapore.
Yeah, Singapore just had it like last month. Right?
Yeah, the super. Last month the super silly hackathon.
Yeah,
and they sold out their tickets. Wow, that's nice, man.
Yes, I wonder what. But the thing is, Singapore. Yeah,
don't do it alone. Like probably just probably influence somebody to do it.
Like as long as you can find a venue and maybe a sponsor, but who will sponsor this?
Yeah. So the thing is, that's the hard part. People are interested in hackathon for the immediate business goal.
Yeah, for fun, maybe. No,
doubt it. The best we can do is like find a spot, have fun, and all that.
Yeah.
So and find it, but I mean, people do willing to share space for events.
Yep.
So which is how
the very improvement that I noticed for last year is pretty much not an issue to get a venue for meetup.
Yep. But it's still software focused because you can only get a meeting room. But it's a good thing. We can get meeting room nowadays.
Yeah.
Also, software companies in Malaysia actually explore more tools now. Notice that last year. So it's like suddenly people exploring Rust and Elixir. No, okay, less of Rust. There Elixir. There is what other language?
Go.
Go. Yeah. So I find it interesting that last year it seems that there is more stack being used by Malaysian company.
just to get a picture, because I also like discover. I just found about today is Golang is already, I think, 10 years old,
Yes.
Oh,
and
wait, Golang is 10 years old now?
Python is 20.
Yeah.
Oh, then I feel,
So
yeah,
you're all right.
yeah, I feel old, man.
Yes.
I think I'm the same age as Ruby. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think the thing that I want to see improvement is more activities around school, because I can still see there's a bit of a gap in students, what students learn and what the school is trying to do with the industry.
Ah,
And what I really hope is school is supposed to be like the avant-garde, the pioneer of certain technology. I
Yes.
mean, instead of trying to catch up and being reactive to the market.
Yeah. And
So
some people doesn't agree with it, but it's take a lot of bet of something that doesn't necessarily work. So, for example, for some time, Malaysian company don't even take machine learning seriously, and okay, I'm a bit bitter again because AI department in UM almost shut down. So
wow.
no, but if you remember, like Linux and stuff used to be more common in university than in the industry.
yeah.
A lot of
Not
stuff used
actually true, but there is some activity. Yes, it's
to,
fringe, but school just
but I hope
never
they can
have it.
going back to the front again. That's what I
Yeah,
hope.
yeah. So I mean, we need to take more bet than talking about tools that people already built. But that depends on people. I just think because but university need to really take a bet and try things because we are otherwise don't call it a university, just be a polytechnic of training task, be a trade school. I'm sorry that it is what it is.
So if before we get too dark, what sort of stuff we want to talk about again?
Huh?
Let's
So okay,
share some of the more light-hearted topic.
so
Yeah.
for DevKami, I think we're definitely going to do interview.
Yep. I want
Uh,
to do it more this year.
yeah, we'll find victims. I mean, interviewees.
Interview me.
That is not us. That is not us. Malaysia had a lot of talent. Seriously,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
need to highlight them.
You can also, we can name names.
I
So,
don't know
yeah.
anyone that confirmed yet. That's a problem.
We'll just try to go around meetups and ask whether they want to talk about themselves.
Yes.
Yeah.
So then we might talk about new toys. I think this will definitely have new toys, new tools.
That is actually my weak part, because I don't have toys.
Yeah, really? Okay.
Maybe software review works as well. Like
Yeah.
like what apps or what software, what games you like. Just
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
yeah.
I think we should really do a book review show again.
Yeah.
So which is a little hard
I'm
because
gonna name it. I'm gonna name it the swimming book review show, because you actually apparently read a lot more than us.
Yeah. The book amount is staggering.
It's actually
Yeah.
something to
Yeah.
look. I mean, something we should look up to.
Yeah.
Like one day when I grew up, I want to read as much as swimming.
Wow.
And also I really hope that we got a chance to spend more time learning crazy shit.
Yeah.
I
Moment.
hope I have to do that.
Oh, he's off.
And it what are you trying to show us, Axel?
Yeah, I'm just trying to find a book I finished read recently, but I can't find it.
Okay.
You do
Yeah,
next week then.
it's a book about like studying user. Like this is the link, like badass making user awesome.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you have heard of this. It's It's by Katie Sierra. She's kind of famous. Like, do you like have you come across like the programming book series, the Has On one?
Uh-huh.
Head first something something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it started by her.
Okay.
The book is very different than typical books. It's not filled with just words. Like it has a lot of diagram and
Okay.
like a thing like teach you how to think about certain concept.
Right.
Yeah, so the book it write the badass making user awesome book is like how do you like design an app or software that makes user happy?
Uh-huh.
Like how do you compete with the rest like without advertisement funding or massive capital?
Okay.
Like you win user heart and yeah.
Have you
It's,
read this book called Don't Make Me Think?
oh yeah, I think so yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it's a joke.
It's a book. It's a US book. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's a. I
Oh, a
think
common sense approach to.
Yeah, it's a very good book. I borrowed my code. I need to take it back.
yeah, it's a UX classic. I would say.
Yeah, it's a and more importantly, that book teach principles than step by step.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
something I need to pick up on, like especially on UI UX.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's very kind of important if you are your
He
software.
he tend to be a little bit more focused on web, but I think the general idea still makes sense.
Yeah.
What's the name of the book again, Axel? The one that you said now?
Yeah,
It's in the chat.
badass making user awesome.
Making user awesome.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, you can share the Amazon link.
Yeah. And also we're going to set up some Amazon links soon. So share all the books so that we can get something. We are so evil.
Yeah, it's okay. Because I find like many programmers just too focused on the technical implementation. Like like you have to like they don't give much thought on like how their user actually interacts with their software.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that part is kind of important.
Good. We should talk about that again because that is actually something that we always want to talk about.
But this year I might go another direction. This year I also try to be very nerdy, which is why I show you the Hacker Deluxe book. I'm going to spend some time on algorithm.
Yeah, goodbye.
Yeah. So
if you want, we can run probably a study group or something like that.
Yeah, maybe. Let's see. Engineers might always have that, so we should try to join.
Yeah, I've stopped having that like for half a year.
Yes.
But it's normal because normally we only have like 3 months of free time to do workshops.
Yep.
Let's try to run some, do a bit of knowledge sharing and stuff, and get a bit of cross pollination between different types of programmers.
Yeah, because I think one thing is we need to learn more. I think that Tech Malaysia can use to be more learning focused, as in it can be UX and that it should be more topic focused than just only business. I think business helps, but the fundamentals of UX, the design, technology, algorithm, whatever thing, underneath it help build up the whole community, and we want to show more on that.
My personal interest is in a way going along the line of Axel, like trying to in a way solve issues.
Yes.
People's issues. Looking for what sort of issues that people want to solve, or probably just teaching people to solve their own issues.
Yeah.
That's interesting as well.
Yeah, that would be good. Yeah.
I'm not sure how to do that, but
it's an interest of myself to know more this kind of stories. So yeah.
Okay.
So yeah. Anything you want to add?
No.
Yeah.
Well, otherwise you're going to hear us to rant a lot for a very long time. I'm so sorry, but we will still keep doing that. I will still keep doing that. Not so much of Chi Leong and Tristan, but I will keep ranting like crazy.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
We have a swimming runs of the week.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, that would be good. Yeah, and speaking of New Year resolution, yeah, like those gym report their highest sign up rate at January. Like
Yeah.
most people sign up the
Oh,
most at January.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
and then like most of them just stop like after 2 weeks.
It's actually a very good business.
Yeah, so like if you have any business that can target people New Year resolution spirit, yeah, this is a good time to promote it.
Yeah.
or probably music lessons as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I did the same for my book. Like I just promote like, hey, you can like my book is about app design. Like I say, hey, you can ship your app design beautifully as a new resolution. Like I've sold like one people bought it after they see this promo.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I think this is what that's explained a lot why bank had selling a few things toward the end, beginning of the year. There's this do it now thing that they just do it. That's the one. There's a
Oh,
few things. Yeah, then credit card sending you money, sending you plans and all that.
We tend to be sometimes over optimistic of the things
yeah.
or our capability to be persistent.
Yeah, which is why I don't have a plan. So I'm just going to just do things and do things.
That is why, like, even for meetups and DevKami, we try to fix a date every week. Like, which I failed to do it last week, which because
Oh.
I forgot about it. And I actually went for a dinner at somewhere actually totally opposite of the town.
Mhm.
And because I suck at navigating, so I spent some hour correcting the way that I'm supposed to go. Like, so, yeah. So basically, I suck at driving.
But somewhere route are confusing. That part the Jalan Kemajuan there.
I stay at around Sungai Buloh, and I went to Cheras.
Wow, that's very far.
Yeah, I live in Selayang, halfway between KL and Ipoh.
Yeah, surprisingly, I live pretty close to swimming nowadays.
Sungai Buloh is near to Selayang.
In a way,
Okay, still
it's
kind
only
Yeah,
of
it's a
one.
far.
direct route. Put it this
Yeah,
way.
it's a direct route, one highway away. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Also,
yeah, but
also
my
very
place is
close to
nature.
Central. Actually, went to Central. Right.
Oh,
Last for the Christmas Eve. No, not Christmas. New Year Eve.
oh,
So around the rail station as well. So
oh, yeah,
it's
it's
actually
near.
yeah, it's just one Duke highway away.
Oh, yeah, but Duke is like the most expensive highway in Malaysia.
Yeah, it's slightly expensive.
Yeah, by the distance, it's the shortest distance, but it's the most expensive per kilometer.
Yeah,
And
that is the whole set of different maps altogether.
Yeah.
depends how I see it. Like if I want to avoid the jam, probably I might be able to save up more on petrol.
Yeah.
In a way, but it's bloody expensive.
Yeah, it's very expensive. I don't even use it if I could avoid it.
So I think that's about it for today.
Yes.
Yeah.
So to save your sanity, we try our best to have interview so soon.
Yeah.
So they don't just keep us rambling around.
If you fail to come up with an interview, probably we will have swimming disguise himself as some French speaking guy, some Korean speaking guy. There's a few persona to go around with, so that should last us a while.
Okay. That works.
All right, so that's it. Good. See you next time.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh my God, there's a 16 core Ryzen. So we are